Hey y'all, so today is day 25 of my weight loss journey. I'm back home in Texas and I'm able to sort of, process what I've sort of been through for this long cruise. And I put the batteries in the scale and set it up and checked it this morning after a few days of not really knowing, and it's at 155. Ugh. All that work for just 4 pounds. It's kind of demoralizing, and I don't really know where I went wrong or if I really am doing too badly, because maybe this is just how it is. Maybe it takes a month to lose 10 pounds. Maybe it's not as easy as I thought it would be. Maybe this is just how long it takes. If you're trying for like a 12 to 1300 calorie diet, maybe it takes this long. I don't know. It certainly is for me. And I'm really trying. I'm really trying. I know some days I kind of overdo it a little bit, but I mean, it's so important to me. Not, everything I do, I take a picture of it, I'm videotaping it, I'm obsessing with it. And I think that's the way you have to do it. So anyway, I'm a little demoralized, like I said, but I'm not going to let that bother me too much. I've noticed certain things have changed. I can fit in clothes that I wasn't previously able to fit into, and I am starting to feel cheekbones again that I didn't remember that I had. So it's like this is successful, even if it's not where I want it to be quite yet. I don't have to rush it. There isn't a due date on this. I would have liked it to have been done by the end of the cruise, but that's a fantasy, and it didn't happen the way I wanted it to. But that doesn't mean that it's over. It means I just have a little more work to do. So, today I went back to work. It's been a while since I went to the 9 to 5. And in the office we have a Keurig machine, so I just made myself a little coffee. And, at work there's also a little Chick-fil-A, so I went and got myself a Chick-fil-A spicy biscuit for breakfast. I saw that the regular biscuit had more calories than the spicy biscuit, which I don't really understand how adding spice reduces calories. I think they're both chicken, but whatever. So I had that, and I'm always looking at the calories now. I never used to really care, but I do now. So that breakfast would have been the Keurig coffee was like black coffee, so that didn't have anything. But the Chick-fil-A spicy breakfast biscuit was 430 calories. So my breakfast was 430 calories. That's okay, not too bad. I skipped lunch. Proud of that. And then when I got home, I was really hungry. I had a gift card for Grubhub, so I decided to order some Grubhub. And because it was raining here in Texas and everything, and I didn't want to go out and get anything. And I haven't restocked my fridge since the cruise, so it's like, well, I'm going to order Grubhub. So I wanted to order something from Steak and Shake. And at first I wanted a butter burger, but I didn't realize just like how many calories that had. It had like 800, which I was like, it's just a little burger. And then I wanted a milkshake, and that also had like 800. And I was like, how does everything just have so many calories in it? I mean, 800 calories for a little milkshake and a little burger with a little butter on it? Like, what? So I was really frustrated. And finally, I decided to get what was the Steak and Shake original double cheeseburger. And that only had 640 calories. And instead of a milkshake, which is what I wanted, I settled with a Sprite. Okay, but that was still a lot. Okay, and that burger wasn't even that good. It was really salty. And it was like I didn't really enjoy it, and I feel bad about that. I hate when you know I'm settling for something because of the calorie count, and then it isn't even good. That really upsets me. So it feels like it was all for nothing, but whatever. Um, I've been doing well with calories. I think I'm not doing so well with cholesterol. So at the same time, I need to look at that too a little bit. But right now my main focus is on the calories. So dinner today was 786 calories total. Not too bad, especially considering that I skipped lunch. And my total calories consumed today was 1,216. And I'm proud of that. And those numbers are pretty accurate because it wasn't an estimate. It was what it said, on the website for these, at these restaurants. So I feel good about that number. I didn't go to the gym because I don't have one. I do have an electric bicycle. It's not even electric, it's a stationary bicycle. And I might have to get on that a little bit. But, when I came back from this trip, my lawn, because I guess it had rained a few times, had become like a freaking rainforest. It was horrific. So today I mowed the lawn after work, after eating the Steak and Shake double burger, which I needed that energy to be able to mow the lawn. So I mowed the lawn, and I'm hoping that that got me calories, even though that's not a standard cardiovascular. I went online and I said, because I mowed two lawns, the front and the backyard, it took like an hour. So I went online and I said, how many calories are burned mowing the lawn for an hour? And it said between 250 and 350. So let's just assume it was 350. So, I think the total calories burned today was 350. So that's something. So as you can see, I'm trying, okay? I'm trying really hard. I'm counting, I'm obsessing, I'm thinking about it. I'm making decisions based on this weight loss program that I've given myself. And I'm feeling good about it. I'm not going to be too demoralized. I know it takes time. And as long as I do the work every day, it should work. It should. So this isn't quite over. And I will report more tomorrow, which will be day 26. Hey, y'all. So, day 26, I went to weigh myself. Still 155 pounds. Why am I stuck in this circle? I need to change something. I'm doing something wrong and I can't figure it out. Maybe, 1,300 calories a day is too much. I can't imagine that that's true, but maybe it is. I haven't been exercising. I didn't exercise at all today. But I've been busy. I'm back in the real world. The cruise ship was it was an ideal place, but now I'm having trouble trying to recreate it. It was going well, but I feel like I've just stopped in my tracks. So I'm frustrated. I'm beyond frustrated. But today I tried. I was doing well, I guess, kind of well. I started the day. I just had a Keurig, a cup of coffee. That's it, a black cup of coffee, nothing. So there was no calories this morning, and I skip breakfast and I skip lunch, okay? I could feel myself getting hungry later in the afternoon, and I don't know, I have this weird fantasy that maybe when I'm hungry, that's what's happening is I'm burning fat or something, which I don't think is true, but I I like having that thought. Maybe it's true. Um, then I visited with my parents. I hadn't, I went over to my parents' house after work. It was nice to, sit and talk about the cruise with them and see if maybe I wasn't sure, could they recognize me or anything because I had lost so much weight. But again, it looks like I've only lost 4 pounds, so of course they recognize me just fine. But my mom was very nice. She made one of those Marie Callender pot pies. It had a lot of calories, but it was delicious, and I was, starving because I hadn't eaten in 24 hours since yesterday's steak and shake thing. And she also put a little side salad, on the side. I think it had a little, it had some dressing on it. And to drink, it was a no-calorie sort of sparkling water thing. Put it in a nice champagne glass. It feels like champagne. It feels fun. It feels like it has calories. A lot of what I have to do here is psychological. I have to feel like I'm enjoying what I'm going through, even if I'm not. So that was that. And then Mom sent me home with some apple pie, which I didn't think had as many calories as it might have. I had a Fresca to drink. I made it look like champagne. It had 0 calories. But the apple pie probably had a lot, and I ate 2 slices of that. I mean, I was just so hungry. I was watching the game. I was watching the Padres game. What's more American than baseball and apple pie? You know what I'm saying? It was nice being home in my own house again after the cruise and everything, and I was just enjoying the apple pie. And then, now I'm looking at what I did, and it looks like that entire dinner with the dessert probably came out to around 1,402 calories. So my total calories consumed today was 1,402. I didn't burn anything, and it's too late in the day to burn anything at this point. I'm trying, but I guess I'm not trying hard enough, and I don't know. I'm feeling demoralized. Tomorrow, if it still says 155, I'm gonna push a little harder. I don't know what that means, but I may have to do a lot of exercise, or maybe even reduce the calories lower. But I also want to balance that and stay healthy at the same time. So it's a little challenging, but we'll see what happens tomorrow. I need that scale to change. It needs to change tomorrow, and I'll keep you posted. Hey y'all, well, I have some pretty good news for you today. Just when I was losing all hope, this morning I checked the scale. It is at 154 pounds. So I'm feeling really good. It's not quite that 151 that I had the other day, which, more than likely was a glitch of some sort. It looked like I had stayed at 155 for almost like a week, which is ridiculous, but I did move down to that next level. So I'm at 154 pounds, which means I've lost 5 pounds during this journey so far. I'll take it. I sort of played today similar to the way I did yesterday. So I didn't eat anything for about 24 hours. Nothing. I had a coffee in the morning and then skipped, breakfast and skipped lunch. Okay. Then it was dinner time. Now it actually ended up being 25 hours since I last ate because I ordered something from Chili's on Grubhub because I still have that gift card I'm trying to get rid of. And then I got a notice from Grubhub that said, "Oh, your order's been canceled, but here's like $7 credit for your next meal." So that was all great and all, but I was like really, really hungry. So then I had to order something from Wendy's and wait, like another hour. So whatever. At least I got $7 off of it. So I got my Wendy's meal, and I tried to do my best with it. What can you do? I got the crispy, spicy chicken sandwich, and there was a button that said you can choose no salt, and I chose that too. That was a pretty hefty sandwich. I think it was 500 calories. And then I got some Wendy's fries, which is also a lot of calories. And then I had a Wendy's Frosty, the vanilla and caramel swirl. It was so good. That was a whole bunch of calories too. I'm estimating that the total for my dinner was 1,280 calories. So nothing else for today. That was it, just dinner. It was a hefty dinner. It was Wendy's. It was actually pretty good. I don't know if it was good for me, but it tasted yummy. So the total calories consumed today was 1,260. No, 1,280 actually. I weigh 154 pounds. So let's see if I can continue with this tomorrow. I'm not sure I'll be able to handle it the exact same way, but I'll try. I didn't exercise at all today, but what are you going to do? It is weird that I'm not on the cruise anymore. I'm sort of eating a lot of fast food. I know that. I miss eating prepared meals and having them, served to me at the nice restaurants. But I'm back in the real world now and trying to navigate that. So I'll keep you posted tomorrow. Hey, y'all. It's another day, day 28, I think, and I'm back to 155 calories. I don't know what is wrong with me, but I need to fix this. I feel like a broken record. I know I've said this many times, but I need to fix this. 155 again. This yo-yo. It's. I mean, at least it's been a while since I saw the days of 159 and 160. Remember those days? Those days are long gone. So I have to remember that. But I'm still bummed. 155 pounds again. And today was one of my worst calorie intake days. I went just crazy. And it didn't even feel like I was. I skipped dinner. I didn't even have dinner. And yet still, I did some serious damage today. Let's go through it. Start of the day, I went to Duck Donuts. Of course, I have to go to Duck Donuts. I'm the duck. I hadn't been there in a long time, since before the cruise, and I wanted to go. I just wanted to go to Duck Donuts, okay? How terrible could it possibly be to get a caramel macchiato drink and 2 little donuts? Very terrible, actually. A very liberal estimate is that little coffee and those donuts is probably 750 calories for breakfast. Why did I do that to myself? It just looks so little. It comes in this little box, this little box, the donuts. It doesn't look like it's so powerful as to just completely throw my weight loss journey, but it was pretty bad. But my gosh, was it good. It was delicious. Of course it was. It's the duck. Then I went to the movies. I went to see the movie Until Dawn. It had been a while since I've been to the real movies. Remember, I was on the cruise. I would go to the movies. They would have a little showing in one of their forums, and I would have like a little hot dog or maybe some popcorn. But oh man, today I had a huge lunch there, and I didn't even think it was that bad. It started with a mango tahine cocktail, like a mocktail, which was good. And then I ordered, they have a special menu right now for Mother's Day. So I ordered the beer battered cod sandwich, which probably had a lot more calories than I thought. And then it comes with a side of French fries, with ketchup. And then I had a dessert from that, which I shouldn't have had a dessert because I'd already had those donuts, but I got the little key lime pie jar. It all just went really well with the movie, and I was having a good time, and I just kept ordering. I'm looking at this, and it looks like that lunch was about 1,306 calories. That was just lunch at the movies. Awful. So my total for today was over 2,000 calories. 2,056 calories is what I consumed. That's not good. Right? Don't they say that the average person needs 2,000 calories or something like that? Well, I'm shorter than average, so I probably need a little less than that. And then here I did over that. I did more than that. And I didn't exercise at all today. I still haven't committed to that. And it's still too late in the day for me to start. I need an intervention of something with myself. Tomorrow, I promise these numbers are going to look much better. I don't just make that promise to you, I make it to myself. This is awful. I had a lot of fun, and the food was all very yummy, but I have to stop straying like that, or else those numbers on that scale, it's going to be back to 160 before I know it if I keep on this pattern. I have to return to that pattern I adopted on the cruise ship, which was working. Okay, well, I'll keep you posted tomorrow. Hey, y'all. Today's weird. I'm actually sick. I think I have an allergy infection of some sort. I don't know how that happened. I think, I got off the cruise ship. It's not norovirus or anything like that. So I got off the cruise ship, and then I immediately came to Texas. And the air here is not clean and pure like it was on that cruise in the middle of the Pacific Ocean and stuff like that. Here, it's oppressive, and the first thing I did when I got to Texas, remember, pretty much the only exercise I've had since I've been in Texas, including today, was to mow the lawn. So I mowed the lawn, and I was, there was grass everywhere, and there's pollen, I guess, and it was raining, and anyway, it's just really got me not feeling too well today. I'm okay, but it's just, everything's running in here, and it's probably just allergies or something like that. So I was too sick to look at the scale today. That would have only ruined my day. So I'm giving myself a break on that. I don't know how much I weigh, and I don't want to know. For coffee, don't they say that, I think the good thing about being sick is that maybe you're not as hungry as usual. So I didn't have much of an appetite today, but I still had my morning coffee. And it was black coffee, so there was no calories in that. And then I went to the movies again, but this time I didn't go as crazy as I did yesterday. I went to see the movie Clown in a Cornfield. I wanted to see that, mostly because I was interested in corn, because I'm starving. Not really. Mostly because I was interested in clowns. When you walk in, they show you, like, Alamo Drafthouse has, like, a preview show of, like, The It and stuff like that. So, that'll be fun. When you're sick, you just want to see, like, a slasher movie or something. So, all I ate today was at Alamo Drafthouse, but it was still a lot. It was more than I should have again, but not 2,000 calories type like yesterday. So I started with a Sprite. I had 2 of them, and they didn't charge me for it. I thought that was really nice, even though I still get a huge discount because I use gift cards from Costco to buy snacks and stuff at Alamo Drafthouse. So, yeah, they didn't charge me for it because I told them I really wanted those non-alcoholic beers that they advertise that they have. But again, they were still out of them. They were out of the Athletic and they were out of the Brooklyn. And I love those drinks. And I had to just settle for Sprite. And And they were real nice. They were like, "Oh, well, since I could tell you were kind of sad, I'll give you the Sprite for free." So that was really nice. Um, so I had my free Sprite, but I had a little too much of it. Well, I had two of them. So that was a lot of calories. I didn't realize it was that many. Then I had a fried chicken sandwich, which was delicious. Um, they sure do make a good fried chicken sandwich, and it's called this like honey thyme, THYME, like rub that they put on it. Well, that's the kind that I request, and it just tastes so good. So I had that and French fries, of course. And of course, I finished the whole thing before the movie even started. So I wanted to eat something during the movie, and the movie was okay, by the way, but it was fun. It was fun for when you're sick. So I ordered the chocolate chip cookies, and it says real big on their menu that that's 600 calories. Oh my gosh. And I ate all three of them. They were big and they were delicious, and I have no regrets. Well, I have a few regrets. I regret that the overall total calories for this lunch today was 1,684. That's too many. What's wrong with me? But again, not as bad as it was yesterday, so I'm okay. Um, so that was all I ate today. I obviously didn't need dinner because, I was fattening myself up during lunch. So 1,684 calories was the total for today. I did no exercise, and I'm too scared to look at the scale. But I'm going to embrace this allergy infection tomorrow, and just take it a little more easy, and maybe I won't be so hungry because I'm not feeling too well. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted tomorrow. Hey y'all, day 30. It's been a month that I've been working on this weight loss journey. I checked this morning, still at 155, and still a little under the weather. I don't know what's happening, but at least I haven't gone up in weight, so that's pretty good. So it took me a month, and all I have to show for it is a 4 pound loss. I'm hoping for some more momentum in the days to come. We shall see. Today, since I'm kind of under the weather, I just had a coffee in the morning. I had my coffee and watched a movie. The movie I saw was called The Ugly Stepsister. It was on the Shudder TV streaming network. It was really good. Um, she is about a girl who wants to be beautiful, to get the prince in the classic Cinderella story, but instead of showing Cinderella's version, it showed the ugly stepsister's version. It was pretty good. Um, she isn't really ugly or anything like that, but she sort of thinks she is her whole life. And she even calls herself, at one point, she says, "I'm ugly and fat." And I know that pain. I know that feeling. Even if you're not fat, which she isn't, sometimes you just feel that way. And at one point in the movie, she starts eating, they feed her. Everyone else gets like a nice fish or something, and all she gets is this really sad cup of water with lemon in it. So I know that feeling too. I'm hungry all the time because I'm on this weight loss journey. But I didn't just have a cup of water with lemon in it today. I had Chipotle. I ordered Chipotle on Grubhub. So I had that with the movie. I had this quesadilla, chicken quesadilla. It was pretty good. I know it had a lot of calories. And then to the side of that, chips and salsa. And then to drink, I had this poppy orange drink. It only had like 20 calories in it, and you could tell because it wasn't good at all. But I tried, you know. The total calorie intake today was 1,310 calories. I did no exercise at all, so nothing was burned. But I'm hoping that that's going to help me a little bit. At night, I'm still feeling ill, so I had a cup of tea. I boiled some water and I made some tea and I put a little honey in it. So hopefully I'll see better results tomorrow. I have a feeling I will. I didn't get too many calories today. And again, I'm still embracing this allergy infection, which is what I think I have. But we shall see. I'll keep you posted for tomorrow's results. Hey, y'all. So I'm sick and getting sicker. I think it's day 31. Yeah, it's actually getting hard. It's painful to even swallow any food right now. My throat hurts, as Medea calls it. Tyler Perry's Medea. So yeah, these past 3 days have been hard, and today's been the worst one, where it's just so painful. I'm worried it may be strep throat at this point. But I do have good news. I weighed myself today, and of course, I've been eating a little less for the past couple of days. So I'm very pleased to say it's at 154 pounds. So that's good news. Still not at the 181, which was its lowest point during this weight loss journey, although that may have been a glitch of some sort. But anyway, we continue on. For breakfast, all I had was a coffee. That is it, just a little coffee. And then kind of skipped lunch because it's Mother's Day, and sorry, I had to swallow here. It hurts so much to swallow. So I took my mom and dad out to a really nice Mexican restaurant for Mother's Day called La Fonda here in San Antonio. Excuse me. Involuntary. It's so painful. So we went there, but I couldn't get an early morning reservation or anything like that. So we had to wait till like almost 4 p.m. So that I feel like it was just an early dinner at that point for when we could get a reservation. So I guess I skipped lunch too. So for dinner, and today, today I did something unusual. You know, I don't drink. Well, the last drink I had was May 10th, 2024, the last alcoholic beverage I had. So today's the 11th, and it was Mother's Day, and I thought maybe to commemorate, just, you know, not to, I just decided I would have one drink per year, okay? So it's not like I've gone crazy. So I had an old fashioned. It's my favorite drink in the world. And they sure made it great at that restaurant. I knew they would. And it was good to be with family and to really just enjoy the moment and have a really good drink for once in a year. I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. Although I will admit, when I came home, I did throw up. It wasn't like that. I'd had a few cough, like lozenges, cough drops. And maybe I had too many. And I took like a nap after dinner. And then I woke myself up like needing to throw up. And I just like threw up just a little, just like that. It was more like an acid reflux thing. I didn't really know where it came from or why. Maybe my body was just like, hey, it forgot what alcohol was altogether. So it wasn't like too bad or anything, but it made the throat even worse because now it's burning with puke and stuff. So sorry, let me swallow. So yeah, it was worth it though. That was a very good drink. I'm not gonna have another one for another year, maybe. So that's what I had to drink, and then to eat, I had enchiladas verdes. I had two of them. So good. Chicken enchiladas verdes. Delicious, delicious. This place makes them perfectly, along with some Spanish rice and some refried beans. And to top it off, a dessert of flan, and I split it with my mom, so to defray some of the calories.
and it is Mother's Day and all that. So I only had half of a flan. Um, Absolutely delicious dinner and not too many calories. I mean, it was a lot. It was 1,067 calories for dinner, but that's all I ate today. So I think I did well. I couldn't eat anything right now if I wanted to, when my throat was killing me. So the total calorie intake for today was 1,067. And I kind of did some exercise. Well, I washed two of my cars that hadn't been washed in a while. I'm not really sure how many. Let me look online. How many calories burned washing car? It says it could be about 150 calories. I'm gonna say well, since I washed two cars, 300. I'm gonna say 300 calories. So I burned 300 calories today by washing two cars. So yeah, these cars hadn't been washed while I was, away on the cruise, and they really needed it. And because of water restrictions, you can only do them here on the weekends if you're gonna water them, if you're gonna wash them in your front yard. So today was my chance to do it since the cruise, and I did it. And yeah, I guess I burned 300 calories today washing two cars. So I'm gonna give myself that credit. I could take credit wherever I can get it at this point. So it's been a tough week being back from the cruise. Yeah, it's been a week, but I'm still seeing progress. I'm glad about that. And even though I'm sick, um, maybe that's helping a little bit with the weight loss journey as well. I'll take any help I can get at this point. So anyway, let's check in again tomorrow and see how we're doing then.
Hey y'all. Um, Day 32. It's day 32. I'm feeling a little better. I know I don't sound like it, but I am feeling a little better. It's not so painful to swallow anymore. And I've been taking a lot of these Luden's cough drops thing. They're only 10 calories for each one of them, so I don't know. I am going to count it though on my list for today. So today I did coffee for breakfast. That's it, just a little coffee. And then I had lunch. I got ramen. When I went to visit Japan, I really liked ramen there. They don't make it the same in the United States, but I thought ramen would be really soothing. It's like it. I got chicken ramen. I know when they tend to have beef ramen in. No, they tend to have pork ramen a lot in Japan. I heard because they just have a lot of pigs there or something, but I don't like pork. So, so today I had chicken ramen. I felt like it was kind of like chicken. It's good to have chicken soup when you're sick, right? Isn't that what those books, The Chicken Soup of the Soul? I don't know. So I had chicken ramen. It was very soothing. It was very good. It had a lot of calories though, but I ate it anyway. And then I had a mocktail. Yes, I'm back to my no longer drinking anything. Maybe I had one little alcoholic drink. That was yesterday, but that's because it was to celebrate a year of sobriety. But today I had this mocktail. It was really good. It was like a kiwi sparkler, I think is what it was called. So my lunch today was 890 calories, approximately. Then for dinner, well, I kind of skipped dinner as well. I just had a snack. I went to the movies. I saw the new movie from A24 called Friendship. It was pretty good. It was pretty funny. And I think there's a lot to say about that. I felt like as I was laughing, you know what they say, laughter is the best medicine. I felt a lot better, and I ordered some popcorn and I swallowed it just fine. It was great. So I had some popcorn. Um, they brought back my athletic non-alcoholic beers at the Alamo Draft House. I was so happy. So I had two of those. And I had some of these, I guess, to round out my evening snack. So it looks like my snack for today was about 330 calories during the movie. And so the total for today, total calories consumed was 1,220.
not too bad. Not too bad. Calories burned was none. I was too sick to do any exercise. What do you want to do? But, and I forgot the most important part and best news. Once again, I am at 154 pounds. I'm very, very pleased with that. I weighed myself this morning. So no surprises. Like, I tended to see a lot of surprises on the cruise. It didn't go up 3 pounds or anything like that. I seem to be moving down slowly. I wish it could just go faster, but maybe with this illness that I have, whatever it is, it's going to prevent me from eating too much. And so, silver lining. Anyway, I'll check in with you tomorrow and we'll see how we are then. Hey y'all, it's me. How are you? I'm fine. Well, I'm still a little sick. Too sick this morning to check the weight on the scale. Well, let's hope it's looking good. Let's get into it. Day 33. Had coffee, 0 calories. Black coffee. I had no breakfast, 0 calories. All I had was kind of a large dinner today. I skipped lunch as well. So I went over to visit my parents' house. My mom made me lasagna, Stouffer's lasagna. One of the smaller ones, just like a little, not like a giant family size or anything like that. A small side salad of spinach. I like the alliteration on that one. Not too many calories on that. Then some macaron. I had 4 of them. Is that too many? They were little. Anyway, I ate them. And then also, my mom gave me some snacks that I think she got from one of those gift boxes. Those, when people give you, and it has like summer sausage and cheese. So it was stuff like that. So I got some little mini breadsticks, then some sheep's milk cheese, which I didn't even know sheep's made milk, but if I'm remembering that movie, Meet the Parents, I guess anyone can. So anyway, that was pretty good. I also ate a whole bunch of these Luden throat lozenges because my throat's still sore, but it's getting better. So the total of all of that for dinner was 1,150 calories. So that means the total consumed today was 1,150 calories. I did no exercise. Not only am I sick, but it's also extremely hot. There's a heat wave here. It's shocking that just the other day I was in Seattle, and it was like 40 degrees. And now I'm in Texas, and it was 103 degrees outside. And it's supposed to get even hotter tomorrow, so we'll see how the exercise goes, if at all. Anyway, it's been an interesting day, but not too crazy. I'm still on the mend. And hopefully tomorrow I'll be feeling 100% again and back on that scale, and maybe even looking at that, well, at least looking at the exercise bike that's in the corner over here, at least pondering it and thinking about it. So, one step at a time. See you tomorrow. It's 106 degrees. It's been 106 degrees today in Texas. Way too hot. And I'm still recovering from my throat problem, but I think it's almost gone. But anyway, I was too sick and way too hot to check my my weight on the scale, and also to do any exercise. But I can see I'm getting some kind of cheekbones again, which is really rare, and I miss it. So I know something's working. Anyway, today at work we got a free meal, and it was something called an Alamo burger that I ordered, and it was huge. I read online that because it has Wagyu beef in it, and it has it's like in a croissant, and it has an egg, it has all kinds of stuff in the Alamo burger, that it's 1,700 calories. So I had that in the water, and so that was my lunch. I had no breakfast. All I had was a coffee in the morning. I had no dinner. And yeah, so that was it. 1,700 calories from that one thing. And then I stopped for the rest of the day. It's still too much, but what are you going to do? Anyway, that's as much as I consumed today, and I'm still full, of course, because it was such a heavy meal. Sorry about that. Hope it didn't put us back too far. But we'll keep you posted tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have good news. Hey y'all, day 35. And I have some really good news. It wasn't super, super hot today. It was only like 99 degrees outside. So I weighed myself. I don't know what I'd been afraid of. I was very pleased to see that I was at 153 pounds today. We're getting closer and closer to the goal. We're getting closer and closer to the goal. I know at one time I had seen 151, but I think that was a mistake. But either way, we're getting closer to that as well. So yeah, I'm feeling really good about my progress, and it was a pretty good day. I skipped breakfast and dinner. All I had for breakfast was a coffee, a black coffee. Then I went to Pluckers, the chicken wings restaurant, and I had a buffalo chicken sandwich. Now, I was trying to read the menu. It said it started at 950 calories, but it could have been more. But they forgot to put the blue cheese on my sandwich, so I'm going to assume it was 950, the starter amount of calories. It was really good, and I had it with a Heineken Zero. And then went to the movies. I saw The Accountant 2, and I had a Fanta Icy. I had 2 of those. Because it's really, really hot outside. And I think my throat can take it now because it looks like I'm pretty much done with that cold that I had for the last week. So anyway, the total of my lunch and movie food was 1,151 calories. So the total I consumed today was 1,151 calories. It looks like this just having one meal a day thing is really working for me. When I was having multiple meals, it seemed like I was staying at 155 pounds, but that's not exactly too accurate of an analysis, because I was losing a lot of weight on the cruise, and I had many multiples of meals per day on that. So I don't know, but right now it seems to be working. No exercise because it was still too hot outside, but things are looking up. 153 pounds. I've got cheekbones again. I'm just really, really happy, and I'm not sick anymore. So good things to come, and we'll check in with you tomorrow. Hey y'all, it's been quite the day. Day 36, I think, of my weight loss journey. Feeling better from the illness. I'm almost completely done with that cold that I had, which I guess for a week. Crazy. This morning, check the scale, still at 153, so I'm glad to see the consistency, although, of course, I would like it to be 149, but I'll take 153 today. At least it's not 155 or something horrible like that. Skipped breakfast and skipped dinner. All I had was a coffee for breakfast. It was a good one. And then for lunch, I went out to this restaurant that's near my house. I like to go there at least once a month, but no more than that. It's called Via 313. They make great pizza. And so I got the Detroit style. It was like a square, and there were 4, I guess, slices inside of it. I'm pretty sure that was a hefty calorie intake. I had that plus 2 athletic non-alcoholic beers. So the total of my lunch is approximately 1,434 calories. I didn't have anything else today, so that was the total calories consumed for the whole day, 1,434. I didn't exercise because it's still too hot. It was about 100 degrees today. But maybe tomorrow I'll look at the stationary bicycle. Anyway, it's a good day today, and looking forward to good results again tomorrow. Hey y'all, day 37. Went to weigh myself this morning. I had gone up a little bit to 154 pounds. I'm sorry about that. I knew it was that pizza was going to do that to me, but it was kind of worth it. It was really delicious. Only one a month. Anyway, so I'm at 154 and I'm okay with it, but I really want things to change for tomorrow. You'll be very pleased to know that today I worked out. Yes. I was at my parents' house and they have a treadmill. It was weird. I couldn't really figure it out, but I got it to do 83 calories burned in one session, and then it kind of stopped and it reset itself. And then I did another 17 calories. So for the total was 100 calories burned on the treadmill. And so today I did 100 calories burned total for the day. Now I know that's not how great it kind of was during the cruise days when I was doing, 500-600 calories a day. But I'm getting back into it, and it's not easy for me anyway. Food-wise, I did pretty well. I skipped breakfast and dinner. This is kind of an ongoing thing. So I had, I just had coffee for breakfast, black coffee. So lunch was pretty yummy, actually. Started with a small lentil soup and then moved on to a roasted turkey leg. Well, I only had two of them. Well, I had 2 roasted turkey legs, but I did have them without the skin. I was very careful because I saw that when you eat them with the skin, it's a lot more calories. So I did not have any skin on those. I had a small Fanta orange, a tiny little spinach side salad. Then, kind of for a dessert, I finished off those rustic Italian crackers that I had started the other day. I think those had the most calories for today. And then I had 2 non-alcoholic beers called Super Stoked Golden, and they were from Deschutes. Very, very delicious. So that was my lunch, and that was 1,164 calories altogether. But that's not the worst thing in the world because that was all the calories I had to eat today. And remember, I did exercise. So tomorrow I'm expecting definitely some better results. And I'm going to continue with this exercise trend because once I get it, I need to latch onto it. So yeah, looking forward to tomorrow, and I'll keep you posted. Day 38. I haven't checked my weight. That wasn't supposed to rhyme. Let's see. Nope. Again, still a little sick after all this time. I don't know why. No breakfast, no dinner. Black coffee in the morning. Again, this is a similar trend that I've been doing, but it seems to be working. So I kind of had a largish lunch. Started with some cough drops. I'm still having, so they have 10 calories each. So I had a couple of those. Then I had a turkey leg again. I made sure that it did not have skin, the part that I ate. It was leftovers from yesterday. Then I got some goat's cheese that, had blueberry in it. Remember I did that at the Hyatt? It was so good there. So I got some of that and I put it on Wheat Thins. At first I only had like half of the thing of goat's cheese and then like 16 Wheat Thins. But then I liked it so much that I ate the rest of the half,
the rest of the full amount of the goat's cheese and 16 more wheat thins. So that was pretty good. Then I had a third of a little carton of Cherry Garcia ice cream from Ben and Jerry's. It was so good. I like to put it in a nice cocktail glass. It makes the act of eating ice cream feel a little bit less, I don't know, disgusting. And then, so that was my lunch. 1,189 calories altogether. And that means that the total consumed for me for today was 1,189 calories. I didn't exercise. Oh well. We'll check in again tomorrow. Day 39 and I'm hungry. I read somewhere that it said for a male 5'6", I should be getting between 2,000 and 3,000 calories a day to maintain my weight. I don't know if I believe that, because I've been getting 1,300 a day, and I weighed myself this morning, still 154. I don't know. But we soldier on. As for today, similar to the other days, just a little coffee for breakfast, black coffee. No breakfast, no dinner. I had a little bag lunch that I brought with me today to work. And it was a turkey sandwich from H-E-B grocery store and some sort of knockoff Dorito Cool Ranch chips. But that was a lot of calories in between those two. So that was 850 calories just for that little lunch, just a complete waste of calories. So 850 calories for that. I came home, it's still hot outside, so I ate another of the 3 portions of that Cherry Garcia ice cream in a nice glass. And then I just had some of these wheat thins, some more of them. So that was 450 calories for that snack. And then, so yeah, the total for today was 1,300 calories consumed. I did no exercise. I don't know why my balance is maintaining itself when I know I'm not getting 2,000 or 3,000 calories a day. But we'll see tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get some better results. I'm hungry. I'm looking forward to breakfast. I'm in the car. I'm picking someone up from the airport. So, since I have a little time, now's a good time to do a recap on the food I've had. It's too late. By the time I get home from the airport pickup and all that, it'll be too late to eat anymore. So I guess my food for the day is over. It was an interesting day. Day 40. Day 40, can you believe it? 153 pounds this morning. I like that number. It's better than 154, and it's a whole lot better than 155, I'll tell you that much. But, so yeah, seeing a little progress. Started the morning with a black coffee. Then I had a very teeny... I was going to have a breakfast, but I didn't get around to it, so no breakfast. I did have lunch. It was a very small lunch. I just had this little bit of lentil soup that was leftovers from my mom. and then this little package of Ritz bites that I found, but it was sealed and everything, so it was okay. So yeah, so lunch was about 220 calories, not too shabby, not too shabby. Then I went home, and in order to make it to the airport, I had to do like a Grubhub thing, and so I ordered Popeyes, but then I got a text that the food had been delivered, but it was delivered to the wrong house. They sent me a picture of someone else's front door, and I was like freaking out because I knew I had to go to the airport and I didn't have time to stop anywhere else. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's all the food I'm going to eat today. But I wrote to them and I said, oh, you went to the wrong house. And then I canceled the order and asked for a refund, and they gave it to me, but I was like really, really hungry. And then they stopped by anyway and dropped off the food. So I had it. It wasn't like really warm or anything, but it was okay. So I got to eat dinner. It was a little too much, but it wasn't that bad. So I had a Popeyes chicken sandwich. You know, that's 700 calories. Oh my gosh. I didn't even realize. So I had that, and then I had a little thing of Popeyes mashed potatoes. And then I also had a Popeyes cinnamon apple pie. Oh my gosh, that one was good. That was probably the best part. So my dinner was 1,050 calories. That was pretty heavy. But overall, today wasn't too bad. I didn't have anything else to eat. I didn't have time to exercise or anything. But the total calories that I consumed today was 1,270. Not too bad. Not too bad. Again, if indeed my body requires 2,000 calories a day to remain at its current rate, which I think is what the computer told me is true, then I should be losing weight. So tomorrow I expect this to say 152. We'll see. But I'll keep you posted for tomorrow. Day 41. Can't believe it's been that long. Although I was looking online as to how long it should take for someone like me who is only having around 1,200 calories a day. And I think it could take like a week for each pound. So we're almost there. Don't worry. Anyway, as for today, I weighed myself this morning 153 pounds. So we're there, and I guess we have to wait a week, and then it'll be 152. But we'll just keep trying. No exercise today, no breakfast either, and also no lunch. Interesting. Just had a coffee this morning, but I had kind of a large dinner. I had it was pretty big. I had this blood orange sort of flavored water thing. It was real good. And then I had this salami that came in like a summer sausage. It came in one of those like gift baskets. So I had that, but I only had a part of it because it said it's 100 calories, but it has 7 servings inside of it. So I only had 1/7 of it. Then I had some wheat thins with it, and that was kind of good. That was like an aperitif. And then I went to Wrigleyville Grill, reminded me of Chicago, and I had a hot dog, but it was like a Chicago dog. It was like a beef hot dog. It had a lot of junk on top of it that I got rid of, like the pickles and stuff. So it didn't have as many calories as it might have had. And then I had a root beer with it, and that was it. I let my friend eat the other hot dog and the fries that were there on the table. So the total for my dinner today was 1,350 calories. And that was also the total amount of calories I had all day. So again, we're working on it, and we're still in that deficit period where my body would need 2,000 calories to remain at where it is. So I am expecting, hopefully not a whole week, but at least within the next few days, to get down from 153 pounds to 152. And I will keep you posted. Hey y'all, day 42. And very good news. I weighed myself this morning. I'm at 152 pounds. Cannot believe it. I thought it was going to take much longer to get there. So maybe there's hope that I'll reach 149 in the next few days. We'll see. I don't know. I guess I'm doing something right. Haven't been exercising, but hopefully I'll change that soon. As for today, I started the day with a cappuccino. I estimate that at around 60 calories. It's a nice cappuccino. I made it with my own cappuccino machine at home. So I guess for breakfast it was 60 calories. Then for lunch, I went to the Alamo Draft House and saw a movie. So I ate food there with the movie. I saw Final Destinations. So I had a pizza, a pepperoni pizza. That I think the menu has it really, really tiny print. I think it said that's 900 calories. That sounds about right. I also had some fried pickles and a couple of athletic beers, non-alcoholic beers. I estimate that my lunch was 1,310 calories. And so that means today the total consumed was approximately 1,370 calories. Again, I'm just thrilled to see that I'm at 152 pounds, and I'm going to keep working at this, and I'll keep you posted for tomorrow as well.